Hey there, welcome to C&T Collectibles. I am C. Hope you're doing well. Had a great weekend, and welcome back. Today, I want to talk a little playoff baseball. We'll check in on the matchups, see how they're doing, and we'll look at some of the players that are having an excellent postseason so far and see what, if anything, we should be doing with their cards. And so we've got a few on Card Ladder, and whatever's not on Card Ladder, we'll just hop over to Star Stock. So we'll start with the Card Ladder guys first. Then Star Stock, they do have some price action. I know that there's not the most active platform or anything like that, but they do have some charts so we can outline, risk reward and all that kind of good stuff here. But Card Ladder, yeah, I like them, but they're not the most robust for baseball, so we're gonna have to mix it up just a little bit here. We will start it off with Mr. Yordan Alvarez. So far this postseason, 375 average, a home run, 3 RBI, and he's got about 1450 OPS. So having himself a heck of a series here. The Astros are up 2-1. White Sox had a good game yesterday to take one, but the White Sox Houston is still maintaining their lead in that series here. So it's 2020 Topps Chrome getting a bit of a lift here. So there's a little bit of activity lately, but really hasn't gone anywhere for quite a while, sitting in that $90 to $100 range. Since go back to the beginning of the year here. So a lot of buying in this area. So if you bought in there, you're going to join a good group of people who also believe in Yordan Alvarez, who had a really terrific season and is continuing that in the postseason. So his age, his position, the DH maybe a bit of a hindrance for his prices going forward. But if he keeps going like this, it will be tough to ignore him overall. So I like Yordan, and this seems like an okay spot. It's broken out before and quickly got rejected, and so it's trying again. So if it comes back down, I think if it got back down to that $85 area or something like that, might be a really good price. But right now, it might be close enough. All right, Wander Franco, man, a boy among men or something like that. This guy's continues his hot streak. His last month or so of the season, he was on fire, and he is not slowing down. So 400 average with a home run and a couple of RBI, and he has I apologize, I've got notes here, so I can just hold him up like this. Maybe I'll just do this so I don't have to have to look at the top of my head or anything like that. So Wander Franco, 1.13 OPS. So he's having himself again. He's a terrific prospect, talent, whatever, going forward, and he's doing everything he can right now. And right now, you've got his cards. PSA 10 Chrome is his 2019 Bowman, sitting around the kind of the bottom of this uptrend here, so maybe a decent spot, especially if the Rays can keep it going here. So they are down against the Red Sox 2-1 in their series. They've got a Game 4 coming up tonight, so we'll see if he can hang around a little bit longer, and that will really give him a lift. But if otherwise, if you start to get down into this area, the 150, 130 or something like that, his prices are at a level right now where you're gonna pay that for people that are a heck of a lot more established than Wander Franco. So down the road, this may prove to be a terrific price. Right now, a lot of things need to go right. So risk reward does set up, but if they have an early exit, then he may get a better shot in the off season here. But he's gonna have a lot of hype coming around Topps Series 1 2022, and people. There's going to be a lot of buzz, and people will be looking for his cards, and so I don't know that you get much of a chance down here, if anything. But we shall see. We'll take a close look at him from here on out. All right, Randy Arozarena. It's Randy time here. So his cards started spiking at the beginning of October because playoffs, and this is what he does here. So 275 average, home run, pair of RBI, and a 110 OPS. So. Sitting at the top of the range, but there is a decent amount of buying here. People are happy to pay that price. I'm currently sitting at $60 or something like that, so they're okay with it right now. And if he continues his postseason success, you could see a breakout. So right now, risk reward doesn't set up too well, but I am encouraged by the amount of buying in right here. But for me, Randy Arozarena is a player that if you do get a pop up into that $80, $90 area. It would be a take your money and run type deal on that particular card here. So again, Tampa, hope if they can win tonight, it makes things interesting. But they go down 3-1 on the Red Sox. Have been playing really well. That's a problem for the Rays cards here. All right, Lou Bob here, 500 average. 1 RBI, no home runs yet, but he's hitting the ball obviously great half the time at least with an 1100 OPS, and so I'm a big fan. I continue to buy, and the market continues to tell me I'm wrong, and so that's all right. I think I'll be right eventually here. So we've got a slight uptrend, and he's sitting at the bottom of the range. This is pink refractor and a PSA 10. So again, with the White Sox down 2-1, he could be somewhat irrelevant. And if you started to see prices in that it's 130 or something like that, whatever that is, then maybe that's a better price. But you're sitting at $1.50 right now, so $20, is that the end of the world? Who knows? But there could be a quick drop, and I would expect it to be purchased very quickly. You look what happened here: quick purchase. Anytime it comes down here, it does get snapped up. So be nimble. But this is with what he's done this year in playoffs, and over the next few years, this could be a pretty hot commodity. So I think that's one more, Mr. Alex Bregman, who has been playing. He's been playing all right here. He's been playing all right. So I've been continuing to buy him, and his prices are about as low as they've been for a while. So most of the stuff I got, before the season, so I feel fine about it. But I got a few things recently which haven't worked out yet, but I am a believer longer term. 455 average with a pair of RBI and 950-ish OPS, and so bottom of the range getting a little bit of lift, but you've got this previous level of resistance here just getting rejected just a bit. Love to see it sneak up in here, make its way to the top of that range, and even break out. But that may be a next year thing. But the Stros do have a 2-1 lead, and if he can continue to produce and they get more of a spotlight, then this may be a decent play. But again, a lot of buying in this area here, so it looks all right, but the trend is still down on that one. So for me, it's just like I'm just trying to pick off like cheaper stuff at this point, and in kind of hope that it works. All right, make our way over to Star Stock here, and we've got Mr. Buster Posey, who's got the second highest OPS of all players in the playoff, and currently in the playoffs he's the highest. But Giancarlo Stanton had a 3-run home run in his first game, so he wound up with like a 2250 OPS. But Buster Posey's hitting 500 with a home run and a pair of RBI for 1500 OPS. So continuing his great season in the postseason, and the Giants are tied up with the Dodgers at 1-1, so they'll be playing again tonight on Monday. But they just keep going here. So this was a player that we liked. Did a few postseason targets. And so no action whatsoever on this one here. So $30, there it is. So it's kind of your resistance. And if they don't hang on and win this series, then the next sales probably are going to be lower. But if they keep going, you could get a nice breakout. And so that could be a pretty solid name too. You could start to see that upwards of $40 or $45 or something like that. So we'll see how that plays out. But a couple more years of what he's been doing. This is a Hall of Famer, and it may be worth it just to acquire. Keep your eye on him a little closer than maybe you would normally. All right, Chris Bryant for the Giants here. So he's got a 429 average with a home run, an RBI, and a 1280 OPS, and so he's contributed. He is one of the old guys on that team. He's kept it going and got him into the playoffs. His PSA 10 with some recent action here. There's been a couple of sales as of this weekend here, so you're starting to get a little bit of love on those Chris Bryants. Previously, $75, but what I look at is the volume, and now there's more interest, and as more people become interested with what's available in the supply, you could see those prices start to lift just a little bit. So I like it. There's a guy that's on some sort of path here, and for the longer term, it could be better if he has a couple more years, like what he's capable of. So we'll see how that goes. But there's not a ton to do it if you let it go. Not the end of the world here, and if maybe $60 is your off-season target if you don't decide to try and do anything quickly at this current time. Kyle Tucker continues to rake. I mean, this is a really big breakout on a big stage for him. So a player we've liked for quite a while, and starting to pay off here. 333 average, pair of home runs and 7 RBI for a 1250-ish OPS, and so terrific season overall. He and Elton Jordan were the two best hitters on the Astros, and he's just really keeping it going. When there's two of the best hitters in the postseason as well, so you can see his cards are ripping up to that $5 area here. That's just a couple of these happened today, so just in the last week. So we've talked about him. We've talked about him enough here. So we really liked him in that $3 area. We didn't like him up in here, and between $3-4 was kind of our zone here. Now you've broken out. So again, it's going to be up to the Astros. They keep playing. He's going to be a big part of why they keep playing, and those prices could continue to grind upwards here. So do like in that 3 to 4 area. Someone took it from $3 up to $5 real quick. So if you let it go and wait for the postseason, maybe you get a little better price. Right now, you're kind of betting that they keep it going, and maybe you get an extra buck out of it or something. So I don't know that we do anything with it here, but really, Cyclops that $3 to $4 range for Mr. Kyle Tucker. But over the longer term, it's interesting. He's actually playing now, and hopefully management realized he should have been playing all along. All right, Xander Bogart's having himself a heck of a season here. 375 average, pair of home runs, 4 RBI, and a 1220-ish OPS here. So this is your number one offensive shortstop over the past 4 years. And so big rip as of late here. So he's getting a lot of love here. So this is a $6, good price, upwards of here. There's a nice buying cluster in this range here, but you're getting up into thin territory where it's been sold pretty quickly on this one. So while he's extremely relevant right now in the postseason, maybe that's not the time to do anything. So you want to buy him when he's irrelevant. And so Boston may continue to go. This price may continue to rise on low volume. So if you already have them, you have an eye open to maybe sell some or whatever. But as far as buying, I don't know if I do anything right now and hope for something in that $6 to $8 in the off season. But he's a terrific talent, and again, you don't want to buy guys when they're hyper relevant. And right now, he's doing awesome in the playoffs. It's about as relevant as you're going to get for the most part. All right, Kyle Schwarber, player that we liked for the postseason, and he's performing 375 average, couple home runs, couple RBI, 1190 OPS, and yeah, he's looking good. So fun to watch here. So he's starting to get a little activity over the last week here. So still, right here, we liked it. If you could get it for $1 or something like that, but still going. And or maybe these are the same ones as last time. I don't know. So thinly traded. Again, if you're buying for $2, you're looking for $2.50 to $3 or something like that. If he can maintain. So we'll just kind of. At this point, maybe just wait till the off season, see if you can get that $1.50 area or something like that. So, but the Red Sox, again, they've got that series lead, so maybe they are able to keep it going. So, anyways, we're just talking about the performers. What if anything to do with the card? I don't know what to do with this card. So there's your honest answer at this point here. Brandon Crawford, 2011 Topps Update Series Baseball. There's very few players that came out of that set that are worth anything. So you're buying that set for Brandon Crawford for the most part. And again, those Giants are tied up. But Mr. Crawford, 375 average with the home run, pair of RBI, and 1120 OPS. And his cards have just they've really done well, and I wouldn't buy him here. So here's what you do with this card: don't do anything with this card here. So this is a pretty nice price for someone on a longer term relevant track, and so you can see a lot of this as a lot of reflection of his season in the playoffs and what the Giants are doing. And so do we expect that to it could continue for the next few weeks? But I think the interest in Brandon Crawford does fall off, and you get a much better price if you are patient. Austin Riley for the Braves. Right now they're up 3-rip in their game against the Brewers. That series is tied at 1-1, but this is a player that we've liked for a lot of the season here. So kind of your upside is that $5 range. You've got to own off in here. So again, it gets up to that $5.25 area, and it comes off, and so that's what we're seeing again. So $4 is kind of your spot, and you're pretty close. And if they can keep it going here, he's going to be one of the guys that does it. So eventually, if you're really super patient, maybe you see $3 or something out of that one. But we're getting close to the first target of about $4. But if it starts to get up to $6-7, then if you do have it, then consider taking some off the table. Perhaps Will Smith having a terrific series here, 273 average with a home run, an RBI, and a little over 1,000 OPS here. So this is probably one of your better catchers over the long term here, and his price is around $1. So if you expect the Dodgers to continue to play well, that's a pretty interesting pickup. His 2019 Topps Chrome Update, again, that $1 mark for guys that are more than serviceable is a good price, it seems to be, and he is certainly in that category. And we'll wrap it up with Alex Verdugo, a player that I like probably more than I should, but heck, he's a good player. He's a good player. I got no problems with that. 368 average with a home run, 5 RBI, 940-ish OPS, and so his Chrome baseball. So again, it's up to the Red Sox to keep it going here. They've got the lead, and the Rays are dangerous, so we'll see how this goes here. But again, he's sitting in that $150 area here, so you could see a little bit more downside, but there's potentially a little bit more upside than downside. But again, this is one where it's like I get the feeling that you see $1 maybe before you see $3. So if that's what you're looking for, maybe just be patient. A lot of buying in this area, so you maybe not be hurt. Maybe just grind sideways. But there's a decent chance at that round number $1 that people like so much for these Chrome cards. But if he starts to do something real special with the Red Sox, but honestly he'll start to get overshadowed by Bogarts, Devers, all that kind of stuff. Here's kind of the third man in line. So I like him more. Maybe just let the playoffs kind of play its way out and see if you can't get him for $1. So there it is, my wishy-washy thoughts on the playoffs. So at least we have playoffs here. That's always fun. So that's what we got, and have a great rest of the week here. We'll have something on Wednesday or Thursday, and then Friday by popular request. And since I'm not that popular on YouTube, it just means it takes one person. But we'll do a chart blast, but it'll be focused mainly on vintage cards. So that's what I got for you. Have a great rest of the day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.